Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. My name is Jake Sweeney, pro trader here at Verified Investing. Got a good video today, guys. We're going to be doing some pro charts, covering some market movers today. I'm going to be covering stocks on earnings, post earnings up 10%, 15%, and some losers as well. And then we'll finish off with a fan favorite. Make sure to stay to the end. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Let's dive right into the charts. So you guys got some key levels for trades that are approaching and get you guys into the weekend. So first off, I'm looking at Airbnb, guys, up 15% today. As you could kind of predict this. If you're looking right here, you could see it made a bull flag, a sharp move up, sideways consolidation, slightly downsloping, and has since triggered. Overall, I had it in this intertwined in this parallel channel, 1, 2, 3 hits and a lot more to the downside. But as we saw price here make a lower low and bounce off the middle of this trend line as support, continuing to move up higher. If we check really quick, we could check from this move. I would say so far we've played out the measure move from that bull flag, but the good print on their earnings play for Airbnb and getting plenty of volume as well today, tripling their volume for trading today, as expected for Airbnb. So my two levels that I have for you guys is there's going to be some resistance here. Price is already pulling back from, we got as high as 176 today. So immediately the next near-term resistance is at this 179, 109 pivot. It might get there today, but I'm looking for next week's resistance and like a potential trade setup. I would look to enter here at this gap fill, going all the way back from February 2022, the 18th, this candle. As we see, price got up here, coming back a little bit. It's going to have to get past these two pivot tops right there. And that is one level. That's that 179. And then there's this unfilled gap here at 183.60. And then the pivot top at 191.73. Should price, just like today, sharply move into this level, into this zone, that is where I would dollar cost average in to short this move to the downside. And it's, as we see, I do think it's going to continue to have upside because, wow, that is just a pristine, sharp move up, a very tight sideways consolidation. That's on the 1 minute, and the 10 minute, we're seeing the same thing. So as we said, this probably won't trigger today as it already had a ton of volatility, but Monday, that could bring this measure move into our zone for a potential fade. I love that. I'll be patient. We're not going to chase this. We're not going to chase long. We're going to wait till the price comes to us. Should, really quick, if we do go back just for support for Airbnb, check this trend line, the upper boundary, as a rising dynamic support. So anywhere from 157, and we just kind of go up depending on what day Airbnb comes down after gapping up, because it should. It may retest this as support, but look for this as support. Kind of here as it was resistance, now gapped above it. This level is now support. All right, you guys are set on Airbnb. Next one I got for you is Oklo, also reporting earnings today. And they are trying to confirmed breakout of this wedge pattern. So I had this two downsloping trend lines, and price, as you see, started to knock on this side. We're just going to gauge the top. So the bottom is 3 hits cleanly, but the top is where I want to watch. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And now here, after we get to that 5th, 6th hit, trend lines are about to break. And then when you have repeated hits, it's even weaker on the trend line as there's less time in between each hits. As these frequently hit it, it's bound to break out, and you wait for that confirmation close, and you got it. So now we're pushing up. Right now, we're testing this resistance at 48.80 of filling the gap at this level here. There's also a gap fill at 51.84. Should that be the level for today, that could be resistance going into the close for today. Also, the psychological $50 whole number, which people would have their eyes on. Where am I looking at though? I like my two-factor setups. There's this pivot low here from this red candle at 56.22 and the top of this green bar candle, the candle body at 57.19. That is a gap fill with a two-factor setup with about $1.50 close by. This is my level where I would fade this move. As verified investing, we're always kind of looking as the contrarian way, seeing where these runs are going to run into resistance or support levels. We try to stack these factors up. In this zone right here, 56.22 to 57.19, that's the level I'm looking to fade this confirmed breakout. Good to see on Oklo as it's constantly been beating up. Hopefully it can continue to make some new relative highs. We're going to tackle Seagate next. STX taking a hit today. It was down a little bit more. So we opened here at 852-ish and went down almost $90, down 10%, but we bounced off this upsloping trend line. So here, also kind of starting to make a wedge pattern. I have this low pivot here from March 30th, 2026, one hit, two, three, and now today a fourth hit on this trend line. There's still, and see, we filled the gap here also at 762 and versus bouncing up. So that's why I like this also. I still like the support level at 747.30 for another near term. It probably won't happen today, but look for this level 747.30 for a potential zone for a bounce for Seagate. But looking at the upside, starting to get way more hits. I would be kind of slightly leaning on this as price is trying to, well, the momentum indicator from the RSI, trying to get above the 50 as we're getting more knocks on the upper band. And as you saw with OKLO, more knocks on the upper band, it may lead to that. But we shall see. Until now, this trend line on the top side from the all-time high, has 1, 2. This one pierced through 4, 5, and 6 hits. So it is starting to coil in, and we shall see some crazy volatility with this one over the next couple days. So look for these two trend lines. For tomorrow, for next week, you could check 766 and 856 for two potential levels for resistance. To the upside, if it does get past this trend line, there's this trend line here, more horizontal, 1, 2, 3 hits that price has not been able to get above. And this level is 938. 938, this level here. Key resistance for Seagate Technologies. All right, we're looking at Palantir next. A crazy move just since last week's lows at about 120. We are up about 40% from those lows after killer earnings, which were released on Monday. Great day. It's continuing trying to push up as we confirmed breaking out of this downsloping parallel channel. To the upside, you guys know I like to find those gap fills. Those are going to always act as walls and resistance. And if we can get two factors stacked up closely, that's where I'm looking. So look here, guys, next week, we still have some resistance levels that they're going to have to get through to get to this zone. But if we get there immediately near term, and could be later today, 176.33, look at that level before Friday's market close for a potential fade. But where I'm looking is this 188.71 gap fill, largely right there, and a gap window here at 187.33. That's the kind of where the gap starts. And then also with that 188.71, there's this pivot top at 190, giving two close factors to fade this move should it continue to push up. And I like those sharp moves into those levels. To the downside, as we see here, even just from Tuesday, price pushed all the way up, but went back down. It was like, are we sure we're trying to break out? It bounced off this trend line and said yes. So should price come down and is what I'm saying is check for this trend line, 143 to 141 for a potential support level now. And price as well. Should it continue to consolidate up, it could kind of act as 160, 145, a new near-term support. Next one I got on the table, guys, is Tempest AI. I'm not sure if you guys have watched this one recently, but just the other day I was curious. It looked like it was going to have some bearish divergence, but it did fake me out. So that happens, and I'll own up to that. But what I saw was right here on the RSI, price pushed up higher here on this day, but RSI started to fade. But just the day later, as we see, as these trend lines get continuously tested, and all you need is that catalyst to get the stock moving out. So my resistance level is, I like this 5084 level, a previous gap fill here, also with some pivot lows of candle bodies over here. I like this level also as the psychological 50 level. There'll be some resistance there to overcome. And then there's this gap fill here at 5247. Also be some resistance for Tempest AI. As it's near kind of the middle to lower end of the charts, I'm slightly bull leaning as this has more room to run to the upside. Last one I got for you today, guys. Look at SpaceX, up 12-13% today as they posted good earnings on Tuesday. But most importantly is those shares, the first unlock, were released and getting plenty of volume today, up to 160 million, 164. But look, already so far, guys, this is why I like those gap fills. And thanks for staying till the end, because now I'm going to show you why I like playing these gap fills. So let's go into the 1 minute really quick. If we can go to the 1 minute, you can see here, whoops. Yep. Price got right up to this level and has since come down. It was trying to build up a sharp move, but it was not able. It acted as a wall of resistance and now is since coming in and fading. So my next key levels of resistance is this gap fill here at 145.30, a unfilled gap, and then at 150, the psychological whole number, and this big consolidation shelf here. So those are two near-term resistance level for SpaceX. That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to spend your day with me and watch the levels that I give you. I hope you guys are using them or have learned something from it as well. Until then, guys, I got some more videos, guys, coming for you guys next week. I'm also going to be looking forward to dropping a option service with Drew and Gareth in the next couple weeks. Stay tuned for that. I'll keep you guys updated. Until then, have a great weekend. Happy weekend, happy Friday, and take care. Take it easy. See you guys.